Hi and welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. This is a spoiler-filled video about the post-credits scene for Shang and the Legend of the Ten Rings. This is your warning. Let's jump in. The first post-credits scene is midway through the credits, and arguably worth seeing the film just for this scene. Shang-Chi and Katie are brought by Wong to the Sanctum. Just like in Endgame, we see some familiar faces in a holographic communique. Captain Marvel suddenly gets called away and says that they can get her number from Bruce Banner. Of course, he doesn't have her number. Bruce welcomes them to the circus. This is the first big reveal for future stories from the Hulk. Bruce Banner is in human form and his arm is still in a sling. He is no longer his combined form from Endgame. This leaves the floor wide open for Savage Hulk to return, and possibly play a part in the Disney Plus She-Hulk series, as both Tim Roth, playing Abomination, and Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner/the Hulk, will have scenes in the series as confirmed by Marvel. And if you've yet to see Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, but you have seen the trailer, you probably would have already caught Wong fighting Abomination, although the character has undergone some design changes. Getting back to the mid-credits scene, Wong and Bruce analyze the Ten Rings. Wong says the rings predate anything they have in the Sanctum and are far older than the 1,000 years Wenwu wore them for. This is where it gets really exciting and why the mid-credit scene is so important. Wong tells Shang-Chi and Katie their lives are forever altered and they have a great destiny. A little history on the rings and why the scene is really exciting. Here's a quote from Games Radar. In comics, the Mandarin found the Ten Rings in the Valley of Spirits, a sacred place that was also the crash site of a spaceship from the planet Maklu 4. In the wreckage of the craft, the Mandarin finds his 10 rings of power, each of which imbued him with a different ability. In actuality, they weren't rings at all, but receptacles for the souls of fallen Makluan heroes, ferried to Earth by a Makluan explorer named Axon Kar, who begged the Mandarin not to take them. Sensing their power, the Mandarin let Axon Kar die and took the rings. But the Makluan souls inside soon began to corrupt him, setting him on a conquest to take over Earth in their name and resurrect them as its rulers. If you've seen the movie, then this actually makes much more sense now. Back in the day of the animation series of Iron Man, we saw the Mandarin wielding the rings as rings, but if they are the souls of the fallen heroes, then just like the Mandarin was corrupted, Shang-Chi will more than likely have to fight that battle too. Once Wong is finished with his "with great power comes great responsibility" speech, he tells them to go get some rest. Cue karaoke.
I want it that way.
And finally, we come to the final post-credits scene, which is right at the end of the credits. So wait for it. Shang-Chi's sister was supposed to shut down and dismantle her father's Ten Rings organization. Instead, we saw that she has taken over the Ten Rings, redecorated, and looks to be continuing in the Ten Rings tradition. In the comics, the Ten Rings had a vast network of territories. The true history of the Ten Rings has been shrouded in mystery. Members of the terrorist organization came to believe that their leader, the Mandarin, had inspired generations of men since the Middle Ages. Perhaps even further back in time, implying that the organization was hundreds of years old. Some even described their organization as faith. All the branches of the Ten Rings operated as individual cells, with every cell operating completely independently of each other. The leaders from each cell had no idea who anyone else was from any other cell, except for one contact. Each cell would receive money and weapons as long as they received them, and didn't ask too many questions. Being a multinational organization, members of the Ten Rings branches could speak multiple languages and had their fingers in almost every governmental pie. All the way back to Iron Man 1, Kevin Feige has been plotting the inclusion of the Ten Rings. Here's a quote from Iron Man 1. Who are these people? They are your loyal customers, sir. They call themselves the Ten Rings. Which is a great place to finish this video. The end credits finish with the line, "The Ten Rings will return." So it stands to reason that one of Shang-Chi's next villains will be none other than his sister. In the comics it was Hammer, but now with a few Marvel adjustments it looks to be Xing. What do you think? Did we miss anything? Let us know. Do subscribe, leave a like and comment, and remember, live long and Tuesday.